Folks, let's talk straight. There is a massive financial decision that will either launch you toward wealth or chain you to a cycle of payments for decades. It's the age-old question: should you rent or should you buy a home? This isn't just about having a roof over your head. It's about the direction of your entire financial life. Get this right, and you're on the fast track to building lasting wealth. Get this wrong, and you could be setting yourself back by hundreds of thousands of dollars. We are going to break this down with real numbers and common sense so you can make a choice that sets your family up to win. Let's look at the raw numbers for a minute, because numbers don't lie. Imagine you are paying $2,000 a month in rent. That sounds normal in many parts of the country today, doesn't it? That $2,000 per month adds up to $24,000 in a single year. Stretch that out over the next 10 years, you have just handed over $240,000 to a landlord. That is $250,000. It is gone, vanished. You have nothing to show for it except a stack of rent receipts. That money didn't build you anything. It didn't grow for you. It paid someone else's mortgage and built their wealth, not yours. This decision matters more than you might think, because where your housing payment goes determines your financial trajectory. Your home can either be your greatest asset or your biggest liability. It can be a source of stability, a tool for building equity, and a foundation for your family's future. Renting gets a bad rap sometimes, but let's be honest, there are situations where it is the smartest move you can make. The primary benefit of renting is its simplicity and flexibility. When you rent, you sign a lease, a contract for a set period, usually a year. You pay your landlord a fixed amount each month. In return, you get a place to live. The upfront costs are relatively low. Typically, you will need to pay the first month's rent, a security deposit, maybe the last month's rent. This is far more manageable than scraping together a massive down payment. This flexibility is powerful, especially in certain life stages. If you're not sure where you'll be in a year or two, renting is your friend. Maybe you are in a job that might require relocation. Maybe you just moved to a new city and want to feel out neighborhoods. Or maybe you are single and your life could change in a blink. Renting allows you to remain nimble. When your lease is up, you can pack and move on without selling a house. Another major perk is freedom from maintenance and repair responsibilities. When the water heater dies in the middle of winter, it's not your problem. You don't have to spend $1,000 on a new unit. You just make a phone call to your landlord or property manager. When the dishwasher starts making a funny noise or the roof springs a leak, the financial burden falls on the owner, not you. This predictability can be a huge relief. Monthly housing cost is generally rent and utilities, no sudden repair bill. However, this convenience comes at a significant long-term cost. The single biggest drawback of renting is you're not building any equity. Equity is the portion of your home you actually own. It's the difference between market value and what you owe. When you pay rent, every dollar is an expense. It goes into your landlord's pocket. You pay for a service, shelter, but you're not investing in an asset. You could rent the same apartment for 30 years and own exactly 0% of it. This isn't a small choice like picking a new cell phone plan. It's a foundational pillar of your financial house. It affects your ability to save, to invest. The biggest hidden cost of renting is instability. Your landlord can raise your rent, making long-term budgeting difficult. That $2,000 rent can easily creep up each year, meaning you pay more for the same space while building zero wealth. This is the opposite of a fixed-rate mortgage, where your payment is locked in, giving you incredible stability. Plus, you can't truly make a rental your own. Want to paint or upgrade fixtures? You're limited by the lease. The final reality is opportunity cost. Instead of paying rent, that money could go toward a mortgage, building your equity as the property appreciates in value. Now, let's flip the coin and talk about buying a home. For generations, home ownership has been a cornerstone of the American dream, and for good reason. When you buy a house, you are not just paying for shelter, you are making an investment in your future. The most powerful financial benefit of owning a home is building equity. Every time you make a mortgage payment, a portion goes toward reducing principal. With each payment, you own a little more of your house. It's like a forced savings account that grows over time. This equity becomes a powerful tool. As you build equity over the years, it increases your net worth. Net worth is what you own minus what you owe. The scorecard of wealth building. A home is often the largest asset a family will ever own. Down the road, that equity can be tapped to help pay for a child's college education, to start a business, or to provide a more comfortable retirement. It is a tangible asset you control, and its value can be unlocked when needed. This is something renting can never offer. Beyond the mechanics, homes also build wealth through appreciation. While not guaranteed, real estate has historically appreciated over the long term. The house you buy today for $300,000 could be worth $400,000, $500,000, or even more in 15 or 20 years. This growth happens while you simply live your life. Your home works for you in the background, increasing net worth without extra effort, paying down your mortgage, building equity, and the home's value going up. Appreciation together form the 1-2 punch that makes homeownership a champion wealth builder. Finally, there's the benefit of stability and control. With a fixed-rate mortgage, you get a predictable housing payment for 15 or 30 years. You don't have a landlord who can raise rent or refuse to renew your lease. That provides peace of mind and enables long-term financial planning. You also have the freedom to make the home truly yours. You can paint the walls, renovate the kitchen, plant a garden, and build a deck. You are investing not just money, but your life and memories into a place that belongs to you. Buying a home isn't cheap, and going in unprepared can be disastrous. The biggest hurdle is the down payment. To avoid extra insurance, you'll need 20% of the purchase price. For a $300,000 home, that's $60,000 in cash. Then come closing costs, another 2 to 5% for fees, like appraisals and title insurance. Once you have the keys, you are the landlord. A good rule of thumb is to budget 1% of your home's value each year for maintenance and repairs. On top of your mortgage, you'll also pay for property, taxes, and homeowner's insurance. The down payment, closing costs, maintenance, taxes, and insurance. These are the true costs of homeownership. Let's put renting and buying side by side with some real numbers. Imagine renting for $2,000 a month versus buying a $350,000 house. While the owner's monthly cash outlay is higher, here's where the magic happens. Let's fast forward 10 years. The renter has paid $240,000 and has zero to show for it. The homeowner, however, has paid down their mortgage and their house has appreciated. They've built over $343,000 in equity. One path leads to zero. The other, when done correctly, leads to wealth. The numbers don't lie. A crucial rule of thumb is the 5-year rule. If you don't plan on staying in one place for at least 5 years, you should probably continue to rent. Why? It comes down to overcoming the high costs of buying and selling a home. When you buy, you pay closing costs. When you sell, you pay thousands more in agent commissions and other fees. Plus, in the first few years, you build equity very slowly, as most of your payment goes to interest. Selling too soon is a financial disaster. The 5-year rule gives your home time to appreciate, and for you to build enough equity to cover selling costs and hopefully make a profit. So before you buy, ask yourself, are you confident you'll be in the same city, job, and life stage for the next 5 to 7 years? If not, you rent. Beyond the numbers, consider your personal situation. A house is more than an asset, it's where you live your life, so the decision needs to feel right in your wallet and your heart. Think about your career. If it requires flexibility or frequent moves, a mortgage can be an anchor. Renting offers the freedom to pursue new opportunities without the burden of selling a house. Your life stage is also key. For a young person, renting offers flexibility. But for a growing family, the stability of owning a home to put down roots might be the top priority. Ultimately, weigh the lifestyle benefits against the financial realities. If you dream of creating a space that is uniquely yours and establishing a permanent base, then the responsibilities of ownership are well worth the effort. Talk is cheap. It's time to move from theory to action. Here are the clear, practical steps you need to take to make the right decision for your family. This is your homework. Don't just read it, do it. First, you must be on a written monthly budget. If you don't know where your money's going, you have no business even thinking about buying a house. A budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. This is the foundation for every single financial decision you will ever make. It will show you exactly how much you can afford for rent or a total housing payment. Second, get your financial house in order. This means you need to be completely debt-free except for your current mortgage, if you have one. No car loans, no student loans, no credit card debt, nothing. You cannot try to build wealth on a foundation of debt. Next, you need a fully funded emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses, saved in a simple money market account. This is your buffer against life. It's what will keep a broken transmission or a job loss from becoming a full-blown crisis. You do not buy a house if you don't have an emergency fund. Period. Third, start saving aggressively for your down payment. You need to save at least 20% to avoid PMI and get the best deal. Put this money in a separate savings or money market account that is designated only for your down payment. This isn't money you dip into for vacation. This is focused, intense saving. Figure out how much you need, and then calculate how much you need to save each month to reach that goal. This process will test your discipline and prove that you are truly ready for the financial commitment of home ownership. Fourth, do your research. Start looking at real estate websites to see what houses actually cost in the neighborhoods you like. Use an online mortgage calculator to estimate your monthly payment. Section 10, the final verdict. Choosing your path to wealth and peace. So, what is the final answer in the great debate of renting versus buying? The truth is, there isn't one single answer that fits everyone, but there is a clear winner for building wealth. If your goal is to build long-term, lasting wealth for your family, responsible homeownership is the undisputed champion. Over time, paying down a mortgage on an appreciating asset is a proven formula for increasing your net worth. Renting is, and always will be, a 100% expense that builds 0% equity. You are simply paying someone else's mortgage. However, buying a home before you are financially and personally ready is one of the fastest ways to ruin your financial life. If you are still paying off debt, have no emergency fund, haven't saved a proper down payment, or aren't sure you'll be in the area for at least 5 years, then renting is the smartest, safest, and most responsible choice you can make. Renting is not a failure. It's a strategic decision that gives you time to get properly prepared for the blessing of home ownership. Don't let pressure from friends, family, or a crazy real estate market push you into a decision you will regret. Remember the powerful reality we started with. Small monthly choices create your financial destiny. A $2,000 rent payment and a $2,000 mortgage payment are not the same thing at all. One is an expense, the other is an investment in your future. Use the 5-year rule as your guide. Stick to the 25% of take-home pay rule for your payment. And most importantly, get your financial house in order before you buy a physical one. Make the choice that aligns with your goals and brings you peace. So, I'll leave you with a simple question to reflect on. Take a hard look at your finances, your life, and your goals right now, today. Which choice, renting or buying, is the wisest step on my journey to financial peace? If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell to get more smart real estate and money tips. And tell me in the comments, are you team renting or team buying? I'd love to hear your thoughts.